Android, technically.
Hi everyone! So I'm finally back with another video. It's taken me forever to get this video filmed. But trust me, I have been trying to get it out for you guys. I'm excited to update you guys on what's been going on and what happened at my 28-week midwife appointment. I am currently 29 weeks and 3 days, and I am so excited. So let's just jump right on in and get started. So at my appointment, I weighed 153, and as most of you know, I started at 140, so I've gained 13 pounds, and the normal range for weight gain at this point is between 17 and 24 pounds, which is weird because I know they say to gain between 25 and 35 pounds, so maybe the 24 is for people who need to get that 35. But my midwife was not concerned. She said baby still looks great, and just to continue to increase with fruits and veggies, which we stocked up this weekend. We got some kiwi, some strawberry, some blueberries, some watermelon. I can't talk today. Some watermelon. So I'm excited to just continue with that. Veggie wise, we eat plenty, so that's not really much to increase. The baby, my fundal height is measuring straight on to where it should be, right at 28 weeks. I had my glucose test, and for those of you who think it's so terrible, I really don't understand why. This is baby number 4 for me, like I said, and each time it's been fine for me. I don't like the feeling I get after drinking it because I do get really lightheaded afterwards, but for the most part the taste isn't terrible. I've been blessed that each time I've taken it, the lab people, I'm not sure what they're called, but they gave it to me cold, and they gave me the option of which flavor, which I've always taken the orange, and I pretty much just chug it as fast as I can, and then I just wait. What was nice about this time around, they actually had me come in a little bit earlier. My appointment was at 10. They had me come in around 9:45. I drank the entire bottle really quickly in like less than a minute. And then they told me, okay, after your appointment, you should be able to come back. And then after my midwife appointment, we just went over a bunch of paperwork since I'm definitely getting much closer to meeting my baby boy. So we went over some paperwork, and they took a listen, which his heart rate was 153, which is kind of where he's kind of been at since the beginning. What else? They measured my fundal height, which they said is actually right on target for where it should be for 28 weeks. And other than that, I just had to wait a little bit before I could go and get my blood drawn. So during that time frame, thankfully my husband came with me to the appointment, so we were able to just walk over to where it's in one big facility, so we were able to actually just walk over to where we would be giving birth, which was really nice. And I'll insert some clips of the different birthing rooms that they offer, and we are leaning towards the blue room. Yes, typical, it's a boy, but also because that is the biggest room. And my husband and I have been discussing, so each time I went into labor, we had a plan as far as the kids go, but it never went according to plan. And being that, 1, the birth center is now closer, 2, this is baby number 4, and typically my labor is about 6.5 hours long with each of them. I'm on the fence thinking that maybe this little man will come just as fast as they did, now that my body knows what it's doing. And I would say some of my reservation is the fact that I think that just in case it's at a weird time of day or something, the kids may end up being with us, which isn't a problem for the birthing center. They do suggest having an adult for the kids. Like, they would like you to have one adult for each kid, but they understand. They are more welcoming to having your kids present during birth. So although we don't want to have a room full of 3 little ones, depending on how time goes and everyone else's schedule around us, we may have to take our kids into the birthing room. My husband will be there, and I know I have friends who I can call on who hopefully are available that wouldn't mind coming and helping out as well. And aside from that, the second room we're leaning towards would be the purple room. I like the way it looks. I just kind of feel weird having my son in a purple room. Like, he doesn't know what color it is, but for the sake of pictures, I'm thinking along those lines. I am going to try to record the birth. The plan was to record the birth. One second. Okay, I thought heaven was waking up. The plan was to record the birth of Maya, Legend, and Heaven, but it seems like the hospital wouldn't allow us to. With Maya, my husband completely forgot the camera, the tripod, everything. And with Heaven, I don't know why he just didn't bring it. So the plan is, hopefully I will be okay enough to just pick up the camera myself to make sure he doesn't forget it. And I would love to make a birth video, so hopefully that all works out according to plan. And then they do offer, the birth center does have 2 additional rooms. So there's the blue, the purple, and yellow room. All 3 have birthing tubs included in them. And then they offer, there's one more room. Maybe I'm getting the colors mixed up, but I think that's correct. And then there's one more room. I can't think of its color, but I'll insert the clip of what it looks like. And that is the only room that does not have a birthing tub, but every room has a shower in the bathroom. So if you need to labor in the shower, you can do so. But that is what the birth center has to offer, which I love them. It's kind of like my one-stop shop, and get everything taken care of and then back home within 4 to 6 hours, as long as everything is okay with myself as well as the baby. I did take my online mother-infant assessment test. So because I've had a baby at the birth center before, which I've had 2, you are allowed to take the online version versus taking the course in person with them. So it's basically just slides that go over everything once you go home, the vital signs and what's normal, what's not normal, and things that you're going to have to do. Now, before we go home, they are going to actually go over all that with us again to make sure we know what we're doing. But I finally completed that because that has to be completed before you can actually be allowed to even go home. Aside from that, I've been feeling really good. My energy level has continued to be normal. I did have like a minor, not even a scare, but a minor pain that made me call the birth center just last week, or 2 weeks ago, right before my appointment. It was like in the complete bottom of my abdomen, where I felt like I was literally like burning, like the skin was like separating. And I've never had that before. But they said everything was fine. There was no spotting, no leaking of fluid, nothing like that. And little man sounded great, so he was fine. And then I've also had a pain but it went away after, before the appointment even came. But I had swelling in my feet, minor, and pain all down my legs to the point where I could barely walk, which kind of scared me. But like I said, everything looked great for myself, for baby. So they just said, being that it's baby number 4 and they're all so close together, maybe my body's just kind of tired. I do get the normal aches and pains of pregnancy, still having sciatic pain. But I'm going to show you a few things that have been helping me and things that I've been trying throughout the beginning of this third trimester. It's so crazy to say that I'm in the third trimester already, but there's only a couple. So I've been using my African shea butter to rub on my belly, which keeps me from itching completely. Now I know some people take coconut oil, some people use like they buy like different things in the store. I also have like the Stretch Mark cocoa butter cream, like the lotion you can rub on. That one I don't use as often. Sometimes I use that at night with this as well. This one is just a whole lot thicker, and this entire jar cost me $6.99 and I got it from the hair store. But you can find them in most places, so you can see how much I've used. But you can use it for pretty much anything. You can use it as if it's your lotion. It doesn't have to be just for your belly, but that helps me a lot as far as the itching. Now granted, I have stretch marks already, so I'm not stressing about the stretch marks. I'm stressing more so about the itching part and not wanting to just irritate my skin more. So that actually helps a lot. Then my number one favorite, red raspberry leaf tea. I actually ordered this on Amazon. It came as a 2-pack. I'll link it below. And for me, the midwife gave me the clear in my second trimester to start drinking this. Most people say the third trimester at around like 32 weeks, but for me, I just have like one of these every, I don't know, 2 to 3 days in the second trimester, so nothing crazy. And then now by the third trimester, I can have 1 cup a day. And then the closer once you hit like 36, 37 weeks, you can make yourself like a big jug if you want and just keep taking that in. And as long as you verify it with your doctor and make sure they give you the clear to drink it. Then lastly, that's Heaven upstairs if you can hear her. But I've also been using my yoga ball, which has helped tremendously. My daughter Maya, she loves to help me do my yoga at nighttime. It just kind of helps both of us. It's a bonding time for us. I'll be right back. Just to get her open to it. Me personally, I know that she would actually enjoy being in the room because that's just the type of child she is. But at the same time, I'm on reserve as well. Just because I don't want to scare her or make her feel like mommy's in too much pain or anything. Which, for the birth of my youngest, Heaven, my husband, he still tells the story. He's in shock at how relaxed of a birth it was, and the fact that I was talking and smiling to him, right? Like I'd have a contraction, take a moment just to breathe, and then back to talking to him and smiling. And then it continued that way until...
Android, technically.